In a small village on the edge of a dark forest, there lived a girl named Layla. She loved adventure and wasn't easily afraid, despite her mother's constant warnings. "Never enter the forest alone. Wolves are not what they seem." But Layla would always smile and say, "I'm not afraid of anything." One cold morning, her mother asked her to take a basket of food to her sick grandmother, who lived in a cottage deep inside the forest. Before she left, her mother held her hand and said seriously, "Take the short path, and do not talk to anyone." Layla nodded and walked away. At first, everything was calm. Sunlight filtered through the trees, birds were singing. But suddenly, she felt like someone was watching her. She stopped, looked around. No one. She kept walking, but the feeling didn't go away. Then he appeared. A wolf. Large, with sharp eyes and a strange look, as if he understood more than he should. The wolf smiled and spoke in a calm voice. "Where are you going, little one?" Layla hesitated, remembering her mother's words. But then she said, "To my grandmother's house." The wolf's smile widened. "You know, there's a more beautiful path, full of flowers." He pointed toward another road. Layla thought for a moment, then decided to take it. As for the wolf, he vanished quickly between the trees. He ran, faster than anything natural. He reached the grandmother's house before her. He knocked. "Who is it?" the grandmother asked weakly. The wolf mimicked Layla's voice. "It's me, Grandma." She opened the door, and her voice disappeared. Minutes later, Layla arrived. She knocked. "Come in, Layla," came her grandmother's voice, but it sounded strange. She stepped inside. The room was dark. The curtains were closed. Her grandmother was in bed, fully covered. Layla walked closer, slowly. "Grandma, why are your eyes so big?" she asked. "So I can see you better." "And your ears so big?" "So I can hear you better." Layla paused. Something felt wrong. Her heart started beating faster. Then she said, "But your voice doesn't sound like my grandmother's." A heavy silence filled the room. Then the wolf smiled, and in his real voice he said, "Because I am not your grandmother." He leaped toward her, but Layla was faster. She stepped back quickly, grabbed the oil lamp, and threw it at him. Flames burst instantly. The wolf howled and backed away. Layla ran toward the door and escaped, screaming for help. A nearby hunter heard her and rushed in. Moments later, it was over. The grandmother was saved, and Layla survived. But she was no longer the same. From that day on, she never trusted every smile, and she never saw the forest as a beautiful place again, but as a place that hides things unseen.